Now we will move on to business from the City Council. We will start with Councilmember Buckland.
I won't bore you too long. Attended the Sabufka meeting about a week and a half ago. Just routine business, making sure that all of the bills are being paid. Sabufka sits in good shape to be able to wrap up construction in the upcoming season. Still looking at other projects throughout the system, but there was some emergency work done to the south that was instrumental in Mike Inamene being able to move some funding forward. First, a loan from Sabufka, secondarily, the state backing some of that money up. And then he was also back speaking in Washington and actually testifying in front of Congress in regard to our ongoing projects here. So with that, I think we're in good shape, as it's been noted through the high water events that we've had. Our levee systems are holding well. We have a couple places to do some repairs that were previously constructed, or the slurry wall was constructed actually by the Army Corps of Engineers that probably don't meet today's 200-year flood plan, and some of that's in the center of Yuba City, but yet those walls they hold, but there may be some additional work that needs to be done. So we're working with Army Corps to see if we can't obtain the funding to correct that and get it to today's standards. Also been involved last week with our Every 15 Minutes program. We were able to present out at Lyndhurst High School to the entire student body of 1,200 students over a 2-day period of time. It was well received, and we have 4 more projects to go. I won't name the schools that they're going to, but those will all be wrapping up by the end of April. So look forward to the next 4 programs.
Okay, next would be, let's see here, Cardoza,
Yes.
council member.
Yes. Well, we all attended the session on the Orville Dam spillway and incident evacuation. So we were all there. I'll just go past on that. I also attended the visioning session at the Sutter County Museum. We talked about fun things for the museum in the future. Also was at the Yuba City Transit Authority meeting. Normal business as usual. I had the honor of going and participating in the cornerstone ceremony and dedication for the new Sutter County Superior Courthouse. It's been going on for 300 years, so I was lucky enough to get to be the first time out of 300 years, get to go to that. This weekend was a fun time. The Seropolis Club, they had their merriment and martini social. It was a night of good food and comedy. Saturday afternoon, I attended the St. Baldrick's Foundation Rock the Bald. It's a cure for children's cancers, and it was put on by the Yuba City Fire Department, Yuba City and Sutter County Firefighters Association. That was at the Happy Viking. Got lucky, didn't have to get a haircut. And for chamber events, I attended the ribbon cutting for the new Yuba College District Office. And then last night, I attended the Ambassador Spring Social, which as of last night, I am now a new ambassador for the chamber representing the city of Yuba City. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember Harris.
Attended Yuba College, the Yuba City office grand opening over on Plumas Street. It was very nice to see their new facility. It's really a privilege to have them in our city. It's also, think about, I talked to some folks about traffic. Specifically, it happened to be through Marysville was the question. And one of the things that some folks don't think about that helps traffic is the fact that Yuba College is building campuses over here. I know when I was going to Yuba College years ago, trying to get through Marysville was a big hassle. And so that's just one more thing, bigger picture wise, that people might not consider that is helping trying to get through that city. I did have an opportunity to tour the water treatment facility, the wastewater, I was corrected on that, the wastewater treatment facility, which is much more entailed than the other one, apparently. I did manage to keep my breakfast down. It was all challenging, and at one point when you enter a certain building that I didn't know about, but he did. Well, after I cleared my eyes out, I did learn a lot, and I tell you, I would encourage anybody who has not done so to do so, because it is really impressive. I didn't really, one thing came to mind is I didn't realize what an effect SunSuite has on our facilities over there. A lot. I learned a lot, and I thank you, Diana, and your staff for making that happen. And Manny, I owe you one. No, I owe you one. Let's see. Stopped by a planning commission meeting. It was very interesting to see the new folks. I think I was there the night that Sutter County Representative Jackie Silman was sworn in. Went to the museum visiting session over here across the street. The flood feedback forum. I also attended the cornerstone ceremony over here at the new courthouse. Very impressive with that. And community events, the lip syncing contest at Calusa Casino was interesting to see. Michelle Blake did a great job as Michael Jackson. She won that. It was very good to see. Merriment to Martinis for the Optimist was good, funny time. And then also made a point to go over to the Yuba Center Transit Board meeting over there at the Yuba County Government Center. So, been around a while, staying busy. So,
Okay,
that's it.
moving on to Vice Mayor Didball.
Okay, well, we'll just take it off with the transit meeting that was last week. It was just a routine meeting, went over expenses and budget reports, and working on some of the glitches that are happening with the Connect card that they're working on the pilot program before it gets launched across. So working on a few of those, but other than that, it was just basically a routine meeting. We also had the waste management meeting, and we are moving forward with putting together scope of services for our waste services for Yuba City, as well as the other jurisdictions. Last week on Tuesday, we had the community forum regarding obtaining the feedback from the public regarding the evacuation and the experiences, the good and the bad. It was really nice to see a good turnout with the public and the amount of questions that came forth. We are working on getting the answers back to the public, and so we have a full team that's going to be working on those and getting back to the public, which is very critical so that they have the answers and we can continue working on our emergency preparedness plans for the future. Also attended the courthouse dedication, a beautiful ceremony, again, first time, and it was really nice, beautiful weather as well. Got lucky with no rain that particular day. I just want to introduce that the Summer at City Hall program is now officially in the works of collecting applications from our students. The session will begin June 5th. It's a 3-week program, and it's to help students become engaged, civically engaged. And we mentioned the wastewater treatment plan, and they do get to visit that. And so it's interesting. I think in the last session last summer, we actually had a student that became very interested and didn't even know such a career existed. So it is a learning experience for sure. But other than that, I did actually honestly take some time off and spend some time with my daughter as we are preparing for her college. So we are a couple of weeks from making that ultimate decision. So I did take a week off and travel with her to do that. So other than that, I didn't have much other things going on. So.
Okay, great. Well, as many of us serve on many of the different committees and boards together, Sabufka, it was relatively routine, except for the fact that Mike and Amina had been freshly back from testifying before Congress, and then extra little meetings that occurred because of it, and some very encouraging words were given to our community and to him. So we're going to continue on that, pressing forward. We did attend the Sutter County Museum, which is our community museum, scoping event at least on Tuesday night. Unable to go to the deeper process on Wednesday. The dam event, as everybody says, and for fun, information collection and solutions and ideas. It will be information will be sent out as a whole from everybody at the same time. One big grouping, not dribbling it out from one community or another. It's going to come out as a collective group. Yuba College ribbon cutting, it's great to see that they've separated their administrative and a lot of their facilities out of the location they're at. So now they can return all of that back to education process and some of the dorms that they used to be able to have there, where people could come in and actually stay and go through the law enforcement process and stuff. So it's getting back in a way that they can do that much better. And other ideas that were discussed about future campuses, expansions, a little bit light on that, but they're hoping to move forward. I'm on the League of California Cities Environmental Committee. We had some subcommittees regarding Delta conveyance and how some of the policies are out of whack because of all the legislation that has come forth in the last 5 years. So we're going to be working on policy for the cities to discuss the Delta. Let's see, today I attended the Cap to Cap Water Resources Team meeting, and of course I had to say something about Oroville and stuff because they have what's called an ARC program, which means they're going to apply some of their water resources reliability now to Sacramento River, when normally it was all based upon the American River. Well, if we don't have our FERC relicensing on Oroville and on Bullard's Bar, that gives an instability and a vulnerability to their new approach and plan. And then also on Sites Reservoir, that would give more stability to their plan that they would have, and also to Northern California, Sacramento Valley. And they definitely are going to be doing a lot of reaching out in that area too, since Garamendi is one of our patrons of support for Cap to Cap. It's a good idea to discuss with him some of his greatest concerns and work on them. So they agreed. And it's going to be a little bit out of their normal because it's Greater Sacramento, but it's their water reliability that they want to do. So they're going to be definitely getting behind us and supporting us on our water reliability and licensing, and while in DC and afterward. So that was great news for us. So we're going to be working hard on that. Other than that, life continues on, and thank you for the great meeting. And if there's nothing else from staff or council members, meeting adjourned.